Right, Simon. We're on the investigation. So basically now, we're dressed up as the S.V.C officer given to us by Delton. So Delton gave us the S.V.C uniforms. So we're dressed up as the S.V.C uniform. So we got our uniforms. So in this case, we got a few things to save the world. So we're on the investigation. So in this case, we had to admit it to make everything worse. As we don't speak, Simon, we just got a few plans to investigate in the MWF territory, unless there's some ambushes inside the territory. So we have to be careful, nice and silent. Are you sure, Jason? I thought we all gonna taking care of them. If we have to not to take in everything what we had, so we're gonna go to the investigation. So if we're on the investigation, so Lieutenant Jefferson's got his own plans for his investigation too. So in this case though, Jason, I think we're just gonna take everything what we need. So we need our weapons. We get our weapons and some vehicles. So in that case, we're just gonna take everything what we need. So hopefully, Jason, hopefully we can make our own plans too for the investigation. No more vaccines. But though everything that has been the death dose of the vaccine, so in that case, there haven't been still alive to be vaccinated. Or most of the people have their lethal dose of vaccine. So talk about the deaths or unconscious vaccine. It doesn't been too much for a long time. You know, in that case, Jason, I think that it's gonna download about 3 hours. So we're just gonna download in our database. So I think we should take everything what we need it for. So as we all wish for now on, Jason, we have our investigation. So we're on the investigation then. But we can't just do anything what we always heard, but we heard about everything what we do. I hope we can do everything what we wanted. If we wanted to do everything, then it'll be quite comfortable for everyone. Yeah. 'Cause we have to. I think if we all can do this now, then this is gonna be over. Maybe it's kind of overwhelming. It's kind of overwhelmed. Something like that at a point. But the point is though, Jason, we can't just do anything what we always do. So by the way, Jason, I'm not sure we can do this a lot, but a lot more than people who get involved everything. So if we get in a New Hope, so we can buy our New Hope. But not into that hooded figures, but nothing serious. Because I hate a lot of few people in their minds. They're all just nasty and all that, wouldn't they? So in that case though, Jason, I think maybe we should get on with our work before we can get started at the other same time. But to think about it all the time. So basically, but we're on it now. But fortunately, Jason, I think we should give everybody else. We should make the ways to investigate. If we're on the investigation, so that means we're investigated. So if we're taking care of it, then I think maybe we should get our own plans. Not to getting executed. If we're on the execution, then we're not on the execution. So in this case though, Jason, if we have our plan to investigate everybody, but we have to investigate different territories such as the MWF thugs, etc. Okay? But the one thing, Jason, nobody who gets involved for taking responsibility, not to taking this for nothing. But if we're on the investigation that we always wanted to do this all the time, is we're on the investigation. But at this particular investigation services that we have to rearrange that. If we're all undercovers, that means we're all undercovers. Nothing exactly for us. So, any other plans for a week? Like any this today? Well, in this case, Simon, but yeah. But hopefully we should get on with our plan so we can either not to taking care of them, but nothing serious, Simon. If we had to do everything what we had to do is to make the ways to doing it. But we can do this right now, Simon. It's because we're all gonna doing it in this case. But we have our cases. But we have our cases to find more but we found something different. Not in between our eyes. But in this case, but we're on it now. But, you know, just to make the ways to be investigated. But we're on the investigation, so we're just going to be investigating more frequent. So, just make the ways in this case. So, by the way, we have our plan. If we get into this point, but we're on it now. So moving on to the next point, where we were, okay? So basically now, we're on it. So I think we're just having more difference between them. But I do really think they were embarrassed, you know what I mean? So in this case, we have our plan to make the investigation. So we're on the investigation to investigate the MWF territory. So that's it. All done. Actually, we do of course, but we have the right ways for everything. But firstly, it's not who we think. It's not who we are, just doing it. Well, nothing serious. Don't know what to do about it, Simon. If we have to do this now, then it could be difficult. But in this case though, Simon, if we're not in the investigation, so that means we're the only one who's been investigated, not on time twice, against it. Well, let's make the ways to do everything what we always do. Okay. So we can do this then, Jason. So as we all wish for now is, if we taking care of it right now, so then we can do what we wanted to. I'll let you go first though, Jason, because you're my leader at some point. So, because we are the investigators at some point. Right, Jason? If you're ready to go, then you're ready to go, right? Just do your job, and then we can make the ways to doing this, okay? Okay, so let's go.